Welcome back to the podcast. Hi, welcome. Hi, welcome. Welcome. Hi, welcome.
Hey, everybody.
We have a couple of things to talk about. This one, we're gonna keep not short. We always keep it a decent time, but we'll probably go a little shorter than normal this time. But without going too far into an intro and spoiling, I'm gonna just toss it to you and let you start the first topic of the episode.
Yeah, with everything that's heavy going on in the world now, Israel and Hamas, and hurricanes and earthquakes, I'm going to do something light. I mean, it might even be humorous. I don't intend it to be offensive. Uh, Taylor Swift and Tom Brady. I looked at Taylor Swift and I'm a 79-year-old man. I don't want to be called a dirty old man, but again, it's better to be a dirty old man than a dead old man. Uh, I think she's attractive. I think she's an icon. I think she is a great businesswoman. I think she is going to be, no, she's a philanthropist. And she just gave, if it's true, $1 million or $55 million to every employee. Uh, Totally $55 million. And she just extended her tour via the theaters an extra 3 days, I believe. Um, she's a fantastic entertainer. However, quote, however, her dating record. I looked at her dating record and I don't know, what's true, what's false. As they used to say, you got to separate shit from Shiola. But I took a look at her dating record. She's 33 years of age. And I know she's very busy because she's always on tour, uh, writing music and such. But let me give you a little background to what I found on the internet, if it's true, about her dating record. And one of the things that it didn't bother me, I mean, she could do what the heck she wants, whatever makes her happy. Uh, she doesn't seem to have a dating record that the interval of her dates with her partners doesn't last too long. Uh, in fact, I think I went to the bathroom one day, came out, and she was with another guy. But let me start it off. Um, Drew Dunlap, there was no timeline with him. Uh, Jordan Alford, the same. Drew Hardwick, no timeline. Corey Monteith, no timeline. Sam Armstrong, no timeline. So the internet said she dated them for a while. It could have been like a cup of coffee. Who knows? Peter, your generation. Well, she's 33, so she's not your generation. We'll say, well, let's go have a cup of coffee, and you're dating halfway to marriage. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So, but let me go on to the timeline. In July of 2008, she was dating Joe Jonas until October of 2008. That was a biggie. 3 months she was with him. 3 months. Then in March of 2009, she dated Lucas Till. I don't even know who the heck he is. Do you know who he is?
Lucas Till.
Yeah, and that lasted 1 month till April of 2009. So that's 1 month.
Lucas
Wow.
Till. Oh, this guy, Lucas Till. Yeah. He's
Okay.
he did a couple of acting stuff, but he hasn't really done anything recently. He was a blonde beauty boy from a Hannah Montana movie.
Oh, okay. And then in fall of 2009, she dated Taylor Lautner. You know who Taylor Lautner is, right?
Yeah, of course.
Uh, he was a werewolf in the Twilight series. Taylor Lautner, fall of
Hmm.
2009, and supposedly I've seen pictures of her with him that Taylor Lautner's wife took, so they're still friendly. Then she switched off. She switched off with another serial dater, Mayer.
Hmm.
John Mayer probably has a longer list of people he's dated than Taylor Swift. But he's a good-looking guy, talented singer. She dated him from December 2009 till February 2010. Wow, 2 months, 3 months, pretty good, huh? Not bad. Then Harry Styles. We jump all the way to 2000 and
Oh no, you're missing a couple in there.
yeah, I know, but I'm just you're right. I missed a couple.
Yeah, there's a couple in there that
Oh
because
wait,
I'm
yes,
looking
right.
at a list.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
There's another one in there. A year there's because I'm looking at a Taylor Swift wiki thing. There's one before Jake Gyllenhaal. Someone named Corey Monteith
Yeah. Oh yeah, I said
dated
that
him.
in the beginning.
Oh, she dated him for less than a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
I
Jake
said
Gyllenhaal. Yeah.
from October 2010 to January 2011, and he quit her and just I think wrecked her when he quit her. Um, she wasn't used to somebody doing what he did. He just said, bad apples with her. That's no good.
Hmm.
But at the time, I think he was a lot older than her too. So, and then there's July 2012 to October 2012. Another couple of months. Connor Kennedy. I have no idea who he is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Let me see if I can look him up.
And then right after Connor Kennedy, a month later, Harry Styles from November 2012 to January 2013. And
Oh, this is Robert F. Kennedy
Kenny,
Jr.'s son.
oh, okay. Okay. So she's going for the son of a
She's
big
hitting
guy.
every realm she possibly can. Music,
Right.
acting, politics, sports. Got it. Okay, and so Harry Styles, then we did Calvin Harris. Keep going.
Now, Calvin Harris, February 2015 to May of 2016. So I didn't get anything for 2 years between Harry Styles and Calvin Harris. So maybe she was tired and she had to write her anti-hero songs.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I laughed at Tom
Hiddleston.
Hiddleston from May 2016 to September 2016. That lasted very shortly, and it seemed he was kind of lost in this relationship. I don't know why. And then the long relationship, Joe Alwyn, May 2017 to April 2023. And they broke up this April, and supposedly he cheated on her. That's just the rumor, but maybe that's just to cover her feelings. And then 1 month right after her breaking up with Joe Alwyn is Maddie Healy.
Yeah, that guy's also apparently not the greatest person.
Yeah, May 20th to June, 1 month. And now I laugh. Today, she's becoming a teenager again, going to football games, cheering, jumping up and down with the Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. And big thing was made of it. Kelce's parents were there. A lot of celebrities went to the game. And she's jumping up and down. I think she went to 2 games, like, a cheerleader up in the special booth. And so that's what it's supposed to be now. So with that in mind, I have a suggestion for her. Let's see, it's Travis Kelce. It's October. I say by New Year's Eve, that'll be shot. What do you think?
Uh, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I like so out of the whole list, I think there's only one or two that are not actually boyfriends, and there were just songs about men. Um, where was it? Drew Hardwick. That one was apparently not about a relationship, but just about a boy that she liked. And then after it went famous, the song went out. He contacted her for a date, and she said no, a little too late. But
Uh,
that one, and then one other one. But outside of all the realistic ones, including Travis Kelce, is that his name?
yeah, tight end for Kansas City
16.
Chiefs.
That's 16. Now,
Had-
people are
not the
more than
Chiefs.
welcome. People are more than welcome to be with whoever they want, however many people they want. I am not here to shame however many people. The thing
That's
that
right.
I think I'm gonna shame a little bit is it very much feels that she is using these situations for her music, and it obviously, right, every single relationship has resulted in some music. Yes and no, right? Using your surroundings and your experience in life to make your art, I get it. But when your entire brand becomes about how awful these men are, and they just keep coming, and that your music for over a decade plus now has been about how awful these men are, at a certain point we have to say, what if it's you? What if it's
Yeah.
you? Now, I'm not sitting
Mhm.
here defending all of them, because Matt Healy is a disgusting human being. The guy has had a variety of homophobic and racial issues regarding comments that he's made at concerts that he has claimed to have stand by. Um, I don't know what happened with Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't know. Apparently, he was like a bad guy, but that may also be purely what the Taylor Swift fans were saying.
Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal?
Jake Gyllenhaal and how he treated her. I don't
Okay.
know. But so I'm not going to sit here and say that these guys were good, but I'm not also going to sit here and say that Taylor Swift was innocent, because when you go through that much in terms of music catalog, and that is your brand, you literally will not be able to make music if you don't have that following. Uh, that's a bit
Yeah.
of a reach. That's a bit of a reach,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
part of her brand is making music about these men. And if these men start to run out, which they eventually will, hopefully, um, she loses that part of her brand. And she can always make them up, right? But
Mhm.
these come from experience, and that's part of why people love it, because they love to, it's almost like watching a Gossip Girl show, or like The View or something, where they talk about it. It's personal gossip. So I'm not a fan of it. By all means, if some other people are a fan of it, go for it. I'm not going to sit here and say you're terrible people or anything like that. If that's your interest, that's your interest. I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift's on how Taylor Swift goes about receiving inspiration for her music regarding all of these people.
Okay.
And I'll say
Um,
it directly, of the sense of just it feels very intentional, because of how many people she keeps going through and how much music she keeps going through. It feels
okay.
intentional. Whether it is or not, I have no proof.
Okay. So it's right now, she's with the Kansas City football team, tight end Travis Kelce. Uh,
I think
what?
I think it'll last a year at most.
Okay.
I think
So,
at most, because I think he's going to be, because he's a sports guy, I think he wants to either party or relax. And I think she's going to be sort of all over the place because of her music and what she has to do. And because she has paparazzi in a way that he doesn't, even though he's a popular sports athlete, he's not necessarily having paparazzi follow him around and fans crazily chase him down a street. Most of it,
actually, he does.
does he really?
Yeah, he's
Is it
probably the
yeah, but
best.
is it because he's with Taylor now, or is that how it's always
No,
been?
it's not as much as when with Taylor, but he's probably the best or one of the top three tight ends in football. Uh, and he's had the paparazzi.
Okay, because the reason the
With
reason I say that is because usually whenever I see videos of sports people, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, who wherever, tend to be out in public and someone gets a video of them, it's almost never in like a super crowded place. It's like they just happen to notice and recognize him, like, oh my God, hey, can I get a picture? And maybe one other person walks up. Meanwhile, every time there's a video of Taylor Swift, it's always with a crowd of 500 people screaming and chanting, saying she's hiding in there, trying to get at
Okay,
her. So that's
so
what I mean of like, I feel like that's part of what may also cause an issue is he definitely wants to have off times without the excitement because his games are so exciting. And I think
okay,
because her life may be too exciting for him, I think it'll last about a year.
okay, good. Let's see what happens. So let's go into fantasy world now. It seems that uh, she does. If this timeline is correct, and like a honeybee, she goes from one flower to another. She doesn't give her dating process a rest. I have a suggestion. This is Fantasyland. Tom Brady. She's 33. He's 46. He's the GOAT, greatest of all time. Not a lot of notoriety. He has a limited dating history that I know of, but he is one that really goes out with beautiful, beautiful women because he is a very handsome and talented man with a lot of money. Let me give you a short timeline because we don't have that much time. And I suggest those two get together. Uh, he went out with a woman named Megan Vasconcelos in his younger years, and not bad looking. Whoa. And she's married now. Then he went out with in 2002 with Playboy playmate Layla Roberts. That says it all. Playboy playmate. Then he had a very brief relationship with uh, Tara Reid, um, and she's an actress. And do you know what she was in?
No.
Sharknado.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Oh God.
that was also 2002. But the big relationship was with Bridget Moynihan in 2004, and they were going out, and I think she's in oh, I forgot that show on TV, Blood, whatever, with Tom Selleck, Blood. You look it up while I'm talking.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it.
Um, he he had stopped dating her. She's gorgeous. I mean, she's 53 now, but she's still gorgeous.
Blue
Um,
Bloods.
yeah, Blue Bloods, and uh, I think while dating her, he left her, and then found out that she was 3 months pregnant with his son, and he was already dating Giselle Bundchen. So they have a cordial relationship, supposedly, because they share the son. To this day, his son is, I think, born in 2007. And
Hmm.
by all practical things that I've heard, Tom's a good father. So he has two children with Giselle Bundchen and one with Bridget Moynihan. And supposedly now he is dating the gorgeous model Irina Shayk, who is Bradley Cooper's former wife.
Hmm.
and she's been around, but she's gorgeous. So supposedly he's dating her, and that was the end of uh, his dating, timeline that I was able to find. And I think those two would be a great match because he's going to be involved in sportscasting and on the go. He's more mature. He's handsome. He's tall, and uh, I think maybe a little bit more solid in his approach to life, maybe, dating than her, and probably also a very good businessman. So I think in fantasy world, after she's finished with Travis Kelsey, they Tom Brady, when he's finished with Irina Shayk, they should hook up, and it should be uh, a TNT um, grouping of Taylor and Tom.
Taylor and Tom, that's a good TNT. I like that.
Yeah. So that's all. Little light conversation.
I
Like
think
I said,
I think if she's gonna pivot, I don't think Tom Brady. I think she's got to go for like a basketball player because I think two football players. If she's gonna acquire more people into her music from other industries, right? Jake Gyllenhaal's an actor. Harry Styles was a musician and actor. Matt Healy is he's like a crappy musician. Um, Taylor Lautner is also an actor, but Taylor Lautner and Jake Gyllenhaal do very different things, right? It's almost like I would consider Taylor Lautner to be like the football player in the actor's realm, and Jake Gyllenhaal to be the basketball player in the actor's realm. In the sense of they're both athletes, they're both high end athletes, but they do different things. That's
mm-hmm.
that's how I feel like she's got to do it. So she's gonna do someone, maybe not maybe not Tom Brady. Maybe she should do someone else like Luca. Luca.
Luca's too young.
Well,
He's
maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe she'll take him young.
yeah, yeah,
But
maybe, maybe, maybe.
here's here's the thing. The only reason I think that this conversation is such a prominent one is one, I think there's a lot of people who like to hark on the fact that because she's a woman and they want to be sexist about it and women shouldn't sleep around. My opinion, I'm not a fan of anyone who does that. I think part of the reason she's the main focus is because she's made a business around it. And I think that's an important thing to recognize is given that she has built a business around this lifestyle, it is a object of conversation. That's the best way to put it. Not her, but what she does is an object of conversation. Because yeah,
But
what?
But do you have a turnstile with tickets? Who's next?
What do you mean? Like
It seems
who's
every month, every 2 months is somebody else. So do you have a turnstile and
yeah,
give
well,
out
oh no,
tickets?
I don't know anyone in terms of a person. I would say maybe so like I was half joking, half jest, basketball. But if not basketball, if she decides to pull away from sports or athletic men, maybe
Mhm.
she I don't know, dives into something else. I don't know,
Yeah.
someone else,
Am
like a
I too
stunt man or
am I too old for her?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah, you are a little bit. Sorry to
Oh,
burst that bubble.
okay.
I have a topic I wanted to discuss quite briefly. And it has to do with subscription services because I'm tired of subscription services.
As am I.
Everything is a subscription service. Everything on the planet is a subscription service nowadays. Even if it's not, you can turn it into one. Prime example is nowadays if you want to buy like an expensive pair of shoes or something, even not even super expensive, but semi like $100 or $115, you can do a temporary subscription service and pay it off over 6 to 8 months. Um, it's kind of like layaway back in the day, but it's little different. Recently, saw an article about how TikTok is testing an ad-free subscription service for $5.99. When I tell you, I am so tired, especially with something like this with TikTok, because there's just no, it's so obvious, so obvious. They created the problem and are now creating the solution. At least with other companies, you can argue, right? If you have a free service like TikTok and you need advertisements to help pay for it, great. I get it. I understand. But rather than lessen the ads because they realize that people are shying away from the app or having problems or using the app less, because the whole point of any software or anything anywhere, a restaurant, anything, the goal is they want you to stay there as long as possible. The longer you stay there, the more likely you are to spend money or make them money. If that's on Netflix, if that's on TikTok, if that's on Facebook, Instagram, a shopping website, Reddit, Twitch, a restaurant, a diner, a bar, anywhere, unless it's a timed event like a show, the longer you're there, the more likely you are to buy a drink, buy an item, or participate in something that will make them money. So recognizing that the goal is to keep you there longer, rather than lessen the ads and keep people there longer, they're going to compensate and just add a chargeable menu so that you can remove ads. And what ends up happening is, because this has happened with a variety of other applications like Spotify, is they end up using that subscription model as a reason to ramp up even more advertisements. And then the software becomes so riddled with advertisements that it's borderline unusable. And I will directly use Spotify as this conversation, because Spotify currently, you cannot listen to more than 2 songs without being forced to listen to 3 advertisements. 3 advertisements for every 2, maybe 3 songs, unless it's like very specific folders or playlists. If you're listening to music, it's 2 to 3 ads. So you're listening to about 1.5 to 2 minutes worth of advertisements for every 5 minutes, 6 minutes worth of music. Insane. Absolutely insane. You get more television time than that. You can watch more cable television with less ads than Spotify, and it's insane. And it's because they have offered a ad-free section that's $5.99 a month, and you can get all this other beneficial stuff. Meanwhile, I can just go to YouTube and listen to my songs, and all I got to do is listen to a 15-second ad, click skip, and I got the music. Or sometimes I don't even have advertisements, so I can just listen to the song. It is mind-numbing when companies create this problem and they claim it's necessary for the growth of the company, so advertisements. And then rather than saying, hey, we have this other source of income, now let's make usability of the app easier again. Let's remove some of the advertisements so that we make the user interface more palatable for everyone, and maybe people, and give a reason for people to want to stay on. We're just going to, instead of taking away, we're just going to add more shit on top. We're going to keep adding shit. So at some point we have the $5.99 tier list, the $4.99 tier list, and if that works, we may add a $10.99, which will also give you this other thing. And then we'll also add more advertisements in. So now every 3 scrolls, you get an advertisement. And then also we're going to pump in more commission-based work, right? Everything is an advertisement, and then it becomes to a point where you're not even watching content that's based off of what you want to watch. It's just selling. Everything is selling. And it's so exhausting and frustrating. And it's me raging into the night because
No, I agree with you.
they're not going to do
I-
anything. This is how they make their money. There's enough people that are stupid enough and what is it, gullible enough to buy certain products and believe these things, and they support it in that way, right? And you can say, oh, well, stop using the app. It's like, yeah, okay, you can, but that's also, you end up in this situation of, well, Netflix also is raising their prices, so do I stop using Netflix? Okay, so stop using Netflix, stop using TikTok. Instagram's also doing this, stop using Instagram, and you end up boycotting everything, and now you have no social connections. And if you're someone who wants those social connections, you lose out. So you end up, and the bigger companies are aware of this. They are aware because everyone's doing it. You either take it or you don't, because most people are not going to cause a massive boycott or cause a massive change because money.
Okay. How are we doing for time?
We're doing all right. We've got like this before we have to change things. We've got about 7 minutes. But we probably got like 10 minutes in total. So we can actually just end it when this ends.
Yeah, okay.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
agree with you. But you know what? A lot of times people get on an app and they're either too lazy to get off the app or they don't know how to get off their membership. It becomes too complicated for them.
so those are two very, very, very important and valid things you made. Yes, there are a stupid amount of people. And when I say stupid amount, I'm not talking they are stupid, even though they are. I'm saying an ugly number, an
I'm
ugly
not
number.
stupid. I'm not stupid.
No, because you know how to get off your subscriptions. And if you don't, you ask me. That's
Yeah, but,
smarts. There are plenty of
okay.
people who go, I don't know how to get off this subscription. And then they don't do anything about it. And then they pay 6 years worth of subscriptions. They don't take the time to review their bills and go, why am I losing $15 a month? There's a
Yeah,
difference.
gotcha.
There are people who just pay their bills and go, yep, that's my bills. And they don't reevaluate and go, hey, maybe I can try and save something. Let's see what my subscriptions are. Nothing. So big difference, but stupid amount of people who are subscribed to these things and don't know how to unsubscribe and don't bother to look it up. That's something that I was going to talk about in one of my TikTok videos in the future. Was someone made a video on TikTok about how when someone makes a video about something like, oh, here's a soup that I made that incorporates lamb and all these vegetables, people will go into the comments and go, yeah, but what if I'm vegetarian? It's
So
a
you just don't
meat
put the land.
soup. No, but not even that, right? Like this is a soup designed for this type of thing, right? It's a specific thing. And it's labeled as such, meat soup. People will go into the comments and go, yeah, but I'm vegetarian. No shit. It's called a meat soup. Google or search for the other soups that don't have meat in it. People will get mad or get upset or try and converse with these people and not think for a minute and go, maybe this isn't targeted for me. Maybe this isn't designed for me, right? So someone will do a hair video. Here's how to do some cool braids, and someone goes in the videos goes, what if I'm bald? Why are you on this video? Why do you care if you're bald? No one, stop looking at the video. Right? Like that's like someone watching a sports channel going, yeah, but I don't like sports. So change the channel. Go watch something else. It's not marketed towards you. And so similarly, go Google something, go Google a soup similar to this that doesn't have meat in it. That's it.
Yeah, get rid of the app
Right.
if you're not using it.
Right. And so, but similarly, the concept of the subscription services, sometimes people will see they have a subscription and just give up. And they don't take the next step or the forethought to go, I'm gonna Google how do I get rid of subscription services, or how do I find subscription services that I'm paying for? It takes 30 seconds. You can type that into Google and then start searching. But people don't have that. Some people just don't have that in their brain, that mechanism, that sort of self desire to look for that. As for the other answer of people want to scroll, that is a big, big, big problem. And I'm included in that, where I will scroll and just scroll, and it's just mind numbing, and you just go and go and go and go and go, and you don't even know why you're there, but you're just going, and then all of a sudden you're there because you're using it to fill emotional whatevers, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that's the design of the app. That's not you having a problem. That's what the app's designed to do. It's designed to manipulate you emotionally so that you stay there and want to look for more and feel the need. That's the point. So for anyone who feels like they have a mental problem because they're on this app, you're being manipulated. It's like, it's not okay that you're doing this, in the sense of, don't feel like, oh, great, I can keep scrolling, but don't beat yourself up directly because you're not always aware of it. So
Yeah.
with that,
Yeah.
but with that, one thing that I've learned in essence of trying to combat it is, when you're on these sites, whether it's Instagram or TikTok or wherever, go in with an intention. Why are you here? Are you here to look at some videos that are going to make you laugh? Great. Tell yourself you're here to watch a couple of videos that make you laugh. And after that happens, get off. If you're here to look up a specific video, or you're here to find some creative inspiration, find that inspiration and actively do it, search and watch the videos, and then get off. The
Mm-hmm.
moment you are able to recognize that you're scrolling, get off. That's what you can do on any of these platforms, because that will help you to be able to get your other things done, so that you're not putting things off and not paying attention, and, putting, not doing your laundry, not doing your other things. And you can actually build on other things and not feel like you're
Mm-hmm.
getting lost in these apps. It's something that
Yeah.
I'm trying to work on, but it's hard because I've grown up on social media, and so is a lot of people, and it's addictive.
Yeah.
That's the design of it.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of a rant. I apologize. It is a problem that I have with major corporations and their subscriptions and endless desire
And
to
and
suck money out of our wallets.
there's an app that you could get that will review all the apps you have and tell you when you're duplicating.
Correct. That is another one as well. That there's an application that will, like, you put in your bank information, and it can tell you what everything you're subscribed to.
Yeah.
Not the greatest trustworthy thing,
No.
but nonetheless.
No.
So with that,
So
though,
we are finished.
we are finished. Bit of a
Uh,
rant at the end, though, but nonetheless.
okay. It's a
Uh,
short podcast.
and with that, we will see you in the next one.
Peace out.
Peace out.